and welcome back. I feel like it's been forever since I sat down right here and filmed. It's been a little busy lately. A lot of stuff going on here, but I wanted to talk about an eyeshadow palette. It's not new, but it's my first time using this brand, and it's so beautiful. So we're gonna dig into this palette together and see what it's all about. See if this brand is worth it. I know this is definitely a pricier brand and I haven't had the opportunity to try it until now. This is the Violette Etendu palette. It looks so incredibly gorgeous. We're gonna try this on today. I may do a couple of different looks with it. It just depends on how it's going, where this little palette leads us, but I love how petite it is, but it's still, there's plenty of shadow, plenty to choose from. Ooh, that one is a little bit broken. Looks like it's about to pop out of the pan, so I'm gonna be careful with that shade. So I have a little bit of makeup on. I just threw on some eyebrows and a tiny bit of a tinted face product because I went to the store earlier, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with the eyeshadow and then we'll do the rest of the face after. So this is a 12 pan palette and it is all about the purples and I am all about that. We're gonna start with the lightest shade. Do these have names? They don't appear to have shade names. So we're gonna start right here and go in the crease. Oh, I didn't put any concealer on my lids. I'm very prepared. This is the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer that I'm putting on my eyelids just to prime and to conceal all the veins. Now we're gonna go in with that lightest shade. I'm gonna take this a little bit more pinky tone, mid-tone shade and go right in the crease just a little bit lower. Ooh, that one shows up much more purple and I love that. Oh, that's so pretty. I would use this and then just put my highlighter on my lid for a very quick look, but I love the tone of this shade. Okay, let's get into some more intense color. Oh, that's pretty. I may do 2 looks in this video because there's some really pretty shades. I am gonna do 2 looks. So this one's gonna be a little more subdued and then I'll do the brighter one. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and deepen up the outer corner a little bit. So far, I haven't noticed anything like outrageously extraordinary about these. They don't seem to be like light years better than any other shadows that I've used. And that dark shade may even be a little bit patchy. I know that purples are a little more difficult to formulate, but that's not the smoothest dark purple that I've ever used. Okay, and continuing with the, oh gosh, yeah, see, that's a little patchy. With this shade right here for my lid, oh my, that is a beautiful shade. Oh, yep. I really, really like that color. Okay, so that completely saved the look for me. That is so pretty. Oh, here's a quick, easy, a little bit more subdued purple look that I would use for more of like an everyday. I'm not gonna put the rest of my makeup on because I'm gonna wash this off and do a full face for the more bold look. But here is a super quick, easy look. I would normally spend a little bit more time blending out that darker shade, but we're gonna move on to the bold look and see what we can get. All right, so I have my makeup on except for my eyes. I used the Essence Pretty Natural Foundation, the Flower Gel Crush on my cheeks and lips. Love this stuff. Kosas Brow Product, Laura Geller Powder, and Milk Makeup Bronzer. I'm going to start with this light lavender shade, which I think would be beautiful just on its own. Wash all over the lid. Be a beautiful look all on its own, but let's start here. Oh, that's how you do a lavender shade. Oh, I'm excited for this palette. It's been sitting in my makeup drawers. I've been waiting to test it in a video, so I've been dying to try this. Oh, that's so pretty. I really, really like that shade. So I'm gonna take this even paler shade and I'm gonna go right over top of, whoa, that's more intense than I expected. That's not paler. Oh, but that's beautiful. It's a little bit more richly pink purple. Oh. I'm going to swatch those two side by side. Wow. So there are those two shades swatched side by side. They are very similar, but one is definitely more pink and one's more purple. Right, now we're gonna go in with this intensely vibrant violet. See how this one blends out. I'm going to pull this. Oh wow, this pigment is going a very long way. I'm impressed with that. And this is actually a little bit fluffier of a brush. And so for the amount of pigment it's laying down right now, that's pretty awesome. Going to kind of blend out those edges. Man, that is purple. This right here is just purple dreams. I have a hard time finding purples that actually end up looking this purple on the eye, except for the Norvina. The Norvina collection palettes definitely look purple, but that is stunning. Okay, I want to see, well, let me go on the lower lash line first. I'm taking the lavender shade down here. I want to see how the shimmers apply with a brush before I use my finger, just to see how intense they are. So I'm going to start with this beautiful shade here, this more pinky toned. We're gonna see how this one does. I'm gonna start right in the middle. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Do you see that? Oh, I'm loving this palette, and unfortunately it's making me want more Viseart palettes, but that's okay. If they can do this with purple, I would love to see how their natural shadows, like neutral shadows, blend, because this is stunning. Okay, so now I'm going to take this shade, which looks like it's going to be beautifully iridescent, and I'm going to put it on the inner corner of the lid. So that's with the brush dry, and it definitely is showing up, but it's not quite as intense as I expected. So I'm gonna go, oh, there it is. Go with my finger. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I'm in love. My name's Ashley, and I'm in love with this Viseart palette. I would like to point out that this matches my Ashley Nicole photography cup beautifully. I love it. This is so gorgeous. Okay, I think this is my new favorite palette. I'm sorry to say that. Ugh. I kind of don't want to do anything else. I don't want to ruin what I've got going here. So I think I'm going to put on some eyeliner and mascara, and then we'll see what it looks like. I actually do want to try this shade with my finger to see if it does get any more intense, because I only used the brush. That is so stinking gorgeous. Okay, this is it. I don't ever need any other purple. Okay, I do want to swatch this real quick because I'm just kind of curious. I haven't used every single shade. I love that there's these more neutral tones so that you can just get a nice, simple, neutral look. So here are the first. Man, they are swatching beautifully. first 4 shades seem very light, blendable. The 4 in the middle, again, the shimmers in here are just my favorite. Let's see. I love that pink for a nice, easy, simple, neutral look. And then that one is just stunning. These swatch very lightly, like they're not like a punch. But they build into such beautiful colors. The last row, those last 2 are a little bit dry, but here's the lavender shade. That one I haven't used. We're gonna go on my elbow here. Say those 2 at the very end are a little bit dry, which might be why that deepest shade was a little bit patchy on me, but it seems to blend out fine in the swatch. So I know these are not the best swatches ever, but they're the swatches of the palette, and I really, really enjoyed this. So let me finish this up and I'll be right back. All right, so here is the finished look. I am in love with this. I think for me, the star of the palette is definitely this shade and this shade. These 2 are just stunning. I do love the rest of the palette. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna like this one. I need to see how it performs, but I love this palette. And for a high-end brand, this specific one isn't too bad. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I think it was $36, but I can't quite remember because this is one of their smaller palettes. Their bigger palettes are very expensive, but this really wasn't that bad, and I think it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. I do want to see if I have any dupes within my collection for these purples, especially this one. I'm going to look through some palettes and see if I have anything, if this is a palette I actually needed to get or not. I mean, honestly, I got it for a video to test out the Viseart formula because I've been curious about the formula, but I want to see if, as a consumer, if maybe you have some of these shades and don't need this, but I think it is beautiful and performed absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to start by looking through the 2 Norvina palettes that I have because those have the most purple in them. Let's see here. Definitely not anything that matches that one shade. This ridiculously stunning color. This one is so stiff and scratchy, but the color is so gorgeous. So these are the 2 I'm trying to find dupes for. Here is the Norvina Volume 1 palette. I think this one's probably a little bit similar. I think if you mix those 2 maybe. Let's look at A3 and B5. I will note the Norvina ones right here are much smoother. These mattes are a lot smoother to the touch. I think if you mixed those 2, you might get that one. Similar, and they're very opaque, just like the Viseart. So here is the Volume 4. This one right here might be the closest one that I have. It's a little bit more chunky. It's lighter, it's lighter, and it has more like glitter particles in it. But it is a pink with more of a purple and blue sparkle. So that is the most similar one I have. It's more of a glitter than a metallic though. The formula is definitely, the finish is definitely different. So the Riviera has a purple matte, but I don't think, let's see. Well, this is the one from the Riviera. It's actually very, very similar. So that's a similar shade. It's a palette I've been using a lot lately. The Too Faced That's My Jam palette. Not exactly. This one is probably the most similar. Let's see what, oh, this is really gorgeous though. I'm gonna swatch it right underneath. So that is gonna be, it again is that pink. Wow, it's really similar to the Anastasia. That is gonna be the most similar. It doesn't have the strong opacity of that purple pink under it, but it definitely has that blue reflect. The particles in it are very similar. So they give a similar effect, but not gonna have that intense punch of that purpley pink behind it. Yeah, those are the closest dupes that I found. All right, so that's my first look at Viseart. So far, I'm impressed. If you own any Viseart palettes, sorry, Lincoln's making noise back here. If you own any Viseart any Viseart palettes that you absolutely love and I should try out, let me know in the comments below. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you wanna see future videos, hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay gorgeous. Bye. I'm gonna get the thumbnail real quick. I've sat here. Hey guys, and no idea. Okay, the Flutterby. Nope.